Smashing a generator seems like a bad idea. Okay. I am very glad that I made an...
A decrease in the core's activity detected. It looks like you were able to start the protection protocol, although the ship's documentation says it's only possible during a natural disaster. You've got talent.
Okay. Cool, so we lowered the radiation and now
We cannot deny the fact that Green Universe was involved in the crash of the liner, but some details in their behavior on death don't correspond to the modus operandi of the attack.
Do you have an EMP? That did not do anything. At least not anything useful. My inventory is kind of full, but it's fine. It's fine. We have that cowboy hat and that. Guess let's check out the cowboy hat. I'll do my base.
He gave me a brilliant idea how to enhance the handy scrapper.
Infinite handy scrapper. Yes please. Okay, I might go back just for that. Great and Gerald, this guy is so tough that it's not he who flies in space, it's space that flies in him. Chuck Norris. Okay. Well, Chuck Norris is in this game. I do have water. I'm just gonna drink that.
A large part of the mayonnaise is frozen, but there is some strange activity in some of the balls. If it really is mayo, as indicated in the invoices. Looks like the mayo tanks work only on the port side. There's a chance to find something here that can be launched into the core.
This is a working autonomous oxygen station.
I've no idea who would need that amount of mayo in space, but we need to find a way to get this whole thing into the liner's core to reduce its activity.
Cool, so this is the next thing. From above.
The victim may have tried to press the barbell with his Adam's apple, but this presumption may not be accurate.
Make a workout bench. Mr. Olympus. Before, and no one finished there after. Kettlebell. Okay. I don't think there's any much point to that. This is actually getting near the end.
Someone clearly overestimated the value of the mayonnaise, allocating an autonomous tank for it equipped with an auto-flight system. Although considering our situation, it's a great opportunity to launch it without any problems by fixing one of the engines and disengaging the tank from the module. I am not sure about the composition of modern mayo products, and therefore I advise you to be careful. Their current physical properties are unknown. There must be some control systems inside. If the airlock isn't damaged, then we need to find it. Get into the tank, start the engine, somehow leave before it starts, and hope that when flying away, the tank will collect at least some part of the flowing spilled mayo.
Maneuver engine required. So I need to scan all the engines. Looks like some of the engines aren't attached anymore.
I hope we won't need that. Small modern engines can do without burning fuel, which is much safer.
Okay, wait. Oxygen first. Can I?
A very odd composition, but apparently this mayo doesn't want to freeze. It would be useful to have a powerful soil analyzer with the function of deep scanning, which is usually used by biologists and treasure hunters.
This is interesting. So I actually need to make that soil
These are
analyzer.
the brackets mounting the tank to the module. You'd better find them all and detach them before you start, or at best, all this debris will spin and be torn apart with the tank right here.
Okay. Pair tool. Okay. It's quite a bit of work.
These are the brackets mounting the tank to the module. You'd better find them all and detach them before you start, or at best, all this debris will spin and be torn apart with the tank right here. You can try to repair the bracket, but since you will destroy it during the repair process, it will be easier to break it beforehand.
Okay. I will need to. This is the one I've already scanned, isn't it? That's lucky. Maneuver engine. Oxygen first. I do need the soil analyzer, which I haven't made yet. So I am gonna have to go back. Can I say heal up? Okay. And then soil analyzer, battery, electronics, 2 magnets, 2 plastics. Okay. So any handy scrapper that can break other handy scrap, that's good to know. Okay, that's solid. Hold on, what's this?
Someone tried to take a bath in a drinking boiler without reading about the emergency water pumping system starting when waste gets into it. Both were sucked in to death. The water contains alkaline detergents and aromatic salts. Can't be cleaned.
A rubber duck.
You can find this description in written sources. This is a ritualistic object of the water cult.
A ritualistic Okay.
Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest.
That is using the analyzer.
Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest.
How can I view this?
Nothing of interest. Solids detected. Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest.
But you said solids. I feel like this might be a bit broken. I don't know.
Solids detected. Nothing of interest. Seems that detaching the bracket without getting your hands as well as other parts of your body dirty will be impossible.
Okay, brackets detached.
The engine is installed. Now the tank will probably be able to fly.
Never mind that I was carrying that.
Nothing of interest. An airlock. Seems to be intact. Nothing of interest. Seems like the gas coming into the mayo doesn't let it freeze. I have a feeling that something is wrong with this mayonnaise. Apart from the inconsistency of its composition, overly complex technologies are used to transport such biological debris. Although, all the tanks are specified as mayonnaise ones in all the invoices related to the liner.
Okay.
This vacuum cleaner is called Rocket for a reason. With it having such a powerful engine, it is really possible to fly it if you bypass some technical limitations.
Hey. And now I can make that. Yes.
Unbelievable. This is heaven knows what, but it's certainly not a simple tank for storing food products.
Let's have a nutrition pack. Sure, let me have some more. Okay, well I guess we are going to get into what this is.
A detailed plan of the transport module.
Oh, glad I thought of building another scanner.
All data indicate that the mayonnaise is not mayonnaise, and the tank was an integral part of the systems of the lighter unnamed. We have to start the centrifuge, even just out of scientific interest.
Out of scientific interest. Sure. 200 Zomba. Command order stop the liner unnamed at point 50 and await further instructions.
The data analysis on the crash of the liner and the nature of the damage allows us to state with great confidence that the damage caused to the Mayo tanks by the abruptly stopped centrifuge was one of the causes of the liner's depressurization and its ejection from the warp. These data confirm the possible involvement of the Green Universe in the disaster.
That side, okay.
A special patch and a bloated spacesuit indicating increased gas production due to excessive broccoli eating. All this points out that the body belongs to the Green Universe Radical Crew. If the possible moral constraints are no problem, this bag of methane, hydrogen, and organic residues can be used to provide initial acceleration to the centrifuge. You only need to figure out how to do it.
Igniter required. Igniter.
The cost of Breathedge agency funerals is the lowest on the market of funeral services. However, some people still prefer to bury their relatives in a slipshod manner.
We need to find an igniter. I don't know if that's something can be handily made, but I am gonna make the rocket vacuum. How do I make the rocket vacuum? Alright, 2 aluminium, 2 battery, and an inductor. Metal, plastic, 2 wires. Inductor. I need to start making batteries. Alkali and metal. Yeah, we got 2 alkali, that's cool. Oh, so I have an igniter now. But now, how do I make a is it with the dispenser that I make it? Oh well. I have an igniter. Let's have a grenade now. And explosives and tons of other stuff. This might get a bit violent.
Despite the fact that the task involved pumping out gas to create a miniature engine with an igniter, your barbaric method of directly lighting your rear end was recognized as effective. It's time to check the control panel.
Oh,
Something went wrong. On the one hand, this is bad news. On the other hand, you're still not flying directly into the door, and it's good, but I advise you to get out of here as soon as possible. Locked. We need to find another way. the space, then we can use the same way for evacuation.
Is that a
Your
matrix?
incredible dexterity, together with incredible luck and incredibly linear scripts, works wonders. In any case, there's a decrease in the core's activity. It looks like we've broken the task. The sensors detect a significant decrease in radiation. Unfortunately, so much debris got into the core that we now have even less time before it destabilizes. I recommend exploring new areas and I can't say for sure, but apparently it was a backup power cell of the newest nuclear warp installation in the core of the liner. What we have seen is one of the most protected. By the way, did you notice that you passed the 3rd chapter? I think I forgot to display the text about it.
Yeah, we kind of just went into the 4th chapter. What happens with core? Constantly exploding and become less bright?
Unfortunately, it's still impossible to track the location of your interlocutor. If some kind of script doesn't trigger here right now, we'll be stuck here for a long time. But I think Chapter 4 started quite a while ago, didn't it? Seems like you did something wrong, as always. I suggest you start a new game and try again. Come to think of it, forget it. Judging by the analysis of my sensors, the launch mayonnaise was completely absorbed by the core and destabilized it. The radiation level decreased to a critical minimum. It's time to visit Normandy before it's too late. What a strange place, but maybe we can find something useful here.
All the hamsters. Yeah, let's go to the Normandy. I mean, there's also that, which I kind of do want to get to.